Although returning from a holiday vacation might be challenging, the host of Live with Kelly and Mark appears to be having difficulties. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos talk about how the program is killing her during the Wednesday segment. She also says that it may be time for her to retire. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos bring up a touchy subject as sensitive subject is discussed by Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos on the Wednesday Live with Kelly and Mark program. They discussed how being regarded as sensitive is increasingly seen as a praise by guys. Kelly quickly added that she believes today's males are too sensitive. Mark then inquires as to if she is mentioning any specific men she is acquainted with. "No, they're right behind you, and I don't want to upset them," she says, sidestepping the subject. "Do you think I'm too sensitive?" Mark asks again. "Yes, too." Kelly responds gently, "Sometimes you're too sensitive." However, she makes it clear that he doesn't react to normal things. As an illustration, she provides the following. If I say, "The day is cloudy," he'll say, "I don't control the weather." Kelly Ripa discusses how her live performance is slowly killing her following some back and forth on sensitivity. Mark Consuelos presents a study to support his argument. According to one study, men cry more often than women each month, he explains. She acknowledges that she occasionally sobs in the shower when no one can hear her. Alternately, "or if my face is in a pillow" is added. "I think you're less likely than I am to cry," Mark remarks. Mark is more prone to cry than Kelly, according to both of them. It sparked a conversation on Kelly Ripa's gradual death at the live program. She is already pretty dead inside, according to Mark and Kelly. "That's what hosting a live talk show will do to a girl," Kelly responds. "You just realize that people have thoughts and opinions that they want to share with you all the time," she says after discussing the difficulties of the work. "And so you just cut it off," she says in jest, gesturing to her lower torso. "Everything in here is dead." According to Mark, "You create that thick skin." Is she prepared for retirement? Despite working next to her husband and co-host, Mark Consuelos, Kelly Ripa has made retirement a more frequent topic since he joined the show. Additionally, she constantly experiments with different jobs due to the stress of ignoring the comments of the public that bombard her. Despite having a side job as a writer, she has stated that she could easily become a party starter. She knew she had found her dream profession the moment she saw that was a viable career option. Kelly Ripa also believes that she may be a good fit to work as a fitness instructor. She also discussed retirement with Chelsea Handler at the beginning of December. "I'm finally going to, when I retire from show business, I'm going to get my college degree, and I can't wait to go to the University of Michigan," she says in an interview with Chelsea. She has every right to investigate the concept of living life in a fresh and unique way, given her prosperous work. After anchoring the live show, Kelly Ripa claimed to be dead inside. What do you think about this? Is she really prepared to retire, in your opinion? Do you find the humor of Mark Consuelos and Kelly amusing? For more than 2 decades, Kelly Ripa has been the unshakable center of daytime television. From early mornings filled with improvisation and sharp-witted humor to candid conversations with America's biggest stars, she has made Live feel less like a talk show and more like a daily ritual shared with millions of viewers. But behind the polished charm and effortless on-screen chemistry lies a truth that Ripa has carried for years. And now, in a moment that stunned longtime followers, she has finally said it out loud. The show is taking a toll she can no longer ignore. Ripa's confession didn't come through a dramatic monologue or a breaking news exclusivity. Instead, it unfolded gradually, though unmistakably, during a recent interview where she opened up about the relentless grind of hosting a daily live program. Viewers saw a hint of exhaustion in her voice, a fatigue that she has masked for far too long. Kelly Ripa, the woman who convinced America she could do it all, is finally admitting she may need to step away. and for many fans, the idea of Live without her is almost unthinkable. Kelly's journey with the show began in 2001 when she joined Regis Philbin. Their chemistry was immediate, and within months she became an anchor in the morning landscape. She weathered cast shakeups, network shifts, rebranding, and even public controversies. From Regis to Michael Strahan to Ryan Seacrest to her husband Mark Consuelos, she adapted to every change placed in front of her. Through it all, she held the show steady. But as she now reveals, carrying that responsibility has come at a personal cost. Ripa spoke openly about the exhausting nature of performing Live every weekday. It's not simply about the hour-long show. There are production meetings, rehearsals, travel, hosting commitments, press expectations, and the constant pressure to appear upbeat and perfectly composed even on the days when life behind the scenes feels far from perfect. Unlike pre-recorded programs that can rely on edits, retakes, or breaks, Live demands spontaneous energy without fail. For years, Kelly delivered exactly that. But now she confesses the routine is wearing her down in ways she can no longer shrug off. She described the feeling as a slow drain, the kind that creeps up quietly until one morning you realize you are no longer pushing forward, but simply hanging on. The early call times, the emotional expectations, and the daily performance all began to feel heavier. Ripa said there were mornings she questioned whether she had anything left to give. On some days, she pushed herself through physical exhaustion. On others, the mental weight was even harder to carry. Her fans have noticed subtle changes over time, moments where her usual spark flickered, days where she leaned more heavily than usual on her co-host, or brief pauses where a layer of strain peeked through the charm. Yet nobody imagined she was reaching a breaking point until she finally voiced it. The reality is that Kelly Ripa has been on television nearly her entire adult life. After decades of constant visibility, her admission feels like a rare moment of vulnerability from someone who has spent years mastering the art of looking unbreakable. In the interview, Ripa hinted that stepping away may not be a distant possibility but something she's actively considering. She said she loves the show deeply, but she can't keep giving pieces of herself at a pace that no longer feels sustainable. The word retirement didn't come with a firm date, but it came with a sincerity that shocked viewers. What would retirement look like for a woman who built her career on nonstop visibility? Ripa said she imagines a quieter life, one with slower mornings, time to reconnect with her personal passions, and moments to herself that aren't dictated by a production schedule. She talked about wanting more space for her family, her creative pursuits, and even the simple luxury of waking up without rushing onto a brightly lit studio stage. Some insiders say she has been wrestling with this decision for years. Between her children becoming adults, shifts within the show, and her growing desire to explore life beyond the television world, Ripa has been quietly preparing for the moment she no longer sits in the host chair. What makes her confession so striking is its honesty. She isn't stepping away for scandal or drama or a major life upheaval. She's stepping away because, in her words, the show that gave her everything is now taking more than she can continue to give back. Fans are split. Many want her to take the break she deserves, praising her bravery for admitting the toll the job has taken. Others feel heartbroken at the possibility of morning television without the familiar comfort of her voice and presence. And a surprising number are urging the network to reduce her workload, restructure the show, or build a rotating host schedule just to keep her on air. But Ripa's tone suggests she is not looking for temporary fixes. She is looking for freedom. Mark Consuelos, her current co-host and husband, has reportedly been supportive of her need to rest. He knows better than anyone the emotional labor she invests in the show each day. Those close to the couple say they have had ongoing conversations about what life after Live may look like, and that Kelly is ready for a new chapter. If she were to retire, she would leave behind one of the most successful runs in daytime television history. She reinvented the role of host, blending humor, relatability, vulnerability, and quick-witted storytelling in a way that became the signature of the show. No one has matched her combination of candor and charm. No one has shown the ability to adapt to so many co-hosts and still maintain control over the show's tone. Kelly Ripa transformed Live into the Kelly era, whether the network intended that or not. As she considers retirement, she does so with gratitude. She said she owes her success to the viewers who welcomed her every morning for over 2 decades.